Welcome to Highline Excel class number 8. Hey, if you want to download this workbook and follow along, click on my YouTube channel and click on my college website link and you can download this workbook right here. Hey, if you're enrolled in the class, just go to our week 2 website. Hey, here we have a sales table and we want to add up all of the January through February products. But all the values are on these other sheets, store 1, store 2. Now notice, this trick requires that everything's set up exactly the same. Notice for every one of these stores on every one of these sheets, January through December, and same products. We'd have to use a different method like consolidation or sum if or something like that if they weren't set up correctly. But lots of templates are. So really this is a template that each one of the stores uses. They fill it out. And now we need to consolidate all of that data. We're going to use a 3D cell reference. We're not going to use the consolidation feature, which we'll see later in this class. Now, before we do that, and it's really simple, amazingly simple to get all the data from these sheets and add them all up here. But it's going to require remembering one thing from week 1, and that is this mouse keyboard combination. I want you to click right there, and if I'm holding Shift and I click on the last one, what happens? Everything from the beginning to the last place I click and in between is highlighted. That trick is going to allow us to very quickly create a formula, except for we're going to be doing sheets. We'll click on the first sheet, hold Shift, click on the last sheet, and that will tell the formula to add them all up. So you ready? Now I'm going to blow this way up so we can see how this works, and then we'll copy it down and over to the whole table. The keyboard shortcut for AutoSum, as we've seen a bunch of times already in this series, Alt equals. Now it's waiting for some references. Now this is going to be a 3D reference across sheets. The 3D means across sheets. Now watch this. We want to start it off by clicking on the first sheet. Notice the formula evolving up in the formula bar. Then click on the first cell. Now right here, notice all of these were set up the same. In B3 in all of these sheets was January Carlota sales. Right? Now notice that sheet is highlighted. Now hold Shift. Click on the last sheet. And before I click on the last sheet, just watch the formula. I'm going to click on the last sheet while holding Shift. Boop. Look at that. It put a colon in and then put store 5. So really this formula says please add up all the B3s from sheet 1 all the way to sheet 5. Now, just as when we did worksheet references, the way you enter this formula is enter. Now let's click right here and hit F2. There it is. That is a beautiful, amazing formula from store 1 all the way to store 5 sheets. Add up all the B3s. Now I'm going to Control Enter. I'm going to very carefully click and drag. Don't double click because it'll replace that total. And then once I do that once, I'm going to drag it all the way over to December. I'm going to click in the last cell here and hit F2 to verify. And no way. It's still, look at it, M8 from store 1 to store 5. Is that not amazing? That's called a 3D cell reference. Now I'm going to control and roll my mouse to scoot this all the way down. I'm going to highlight all this. I'm going to delete it. Now I'm going to try it again. But watch this. I'm going to highlight the whole table, and we're going to use our Control Enter trick. Notice the active cell is right there. When you highlight cells in advance, then put something in the active cell and hold Control Enter, it populates all the cells. So watch this. Alt equals. I click on the first sheet. I hold Shift. I click on the last sheet, Control Enter. I have an error here. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to click Escape. And what did I do wrong? I forgot to click on the cell. Let's try this again. Luckily, Escape. I mentioned this in week 1. Escape is our best friend sometime. I got out of trouble there by clicking the OK in the dialog box and then Escape. Let's try this again. Alt equals. I click on the first sheet. What I left out, the last time I tried this, I got to click on the cell. Now I see it. Now I hold Shift and click on the last sheet. There it is. I see my formula evolving. I'm going to triple check this. Do I have my cell reference? Yeah, I do. Control Enter. just like that. Here, let's do that again. Let's see if I can't mess up this time. Ready? Alt equals, click on the sheet, click on the cell, hold Shift, click on the last one, Control Enter. Now that takes some practice, but once you can do that, that is profoundly fast compared to many other methods. All right, when we come back, we're going to do have some raw data and learn about the sum if function. All right, see you then.